All right, bro, it's live. Somebody open it up.
All right. All praise and glory to Yahweh.
Hashem,
This is a wrap up of 2019, transitioning to 2020. So pretty much this is a decade, well, a little more than a decade from the word being pushed to YouTube. And since within the decade, this word been spreading as a wildfire. So Esau trying to do damage control and put disinformation on the media to throw people off from the attraction of the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's why you have these so-called stage attacks or so-called Semitic, what do you call it? Semitic, anti-Semitic. So he's doing these things to stop the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua from going up. Matter of fact, can I get on scripture, Revelation 2 and 10? Because when you actually go to the word devil, before you always say the word devil comes from the word diablos, which means deceiver. But we found out that the word devil derives from the Greek and it means slanderer or false accuser. And that's what actually happened right now. He's slandering the people that's actually doing the right thing, which is the men of the Most High. You got that?
Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. It says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the
right now the Most High is represented towards the men that's of the elect. So he's telling the elect to not to fear the things or the events that are going to come to pass, was going to challenge our faith. Go ahead.
It says, Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison.
So keep in mind, the word devil means false accuser. So the false accuser or the slanderer is going to cast the people that have the faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua into prison, meaning we're going to be contained. And for these things to happen, you got to have an accusation of us being a lawbreaker. So they're going to have to pass laws to attack the word of the Most High to justify them, justify them detaining us. Go ahead.
It says that he may be tried, and he shall have tribulation 10 days.
Yeah, 10 days is represented towards an amount of completion. So these events is only happening to challenge our faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And the Most High is only using Esau to bring past his prophecies.
It says, Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
That's right, he should give us a crown of life, and that's us transitioning to the kingdom. The brother here, Zakar, has the definition of actual diablos. Go ahead, bro.
All right. The word for devil in the Greek is diablos, prone to slander, slanderous, accusing falsely, accumulating a false accuser.
And Prasad, can you get Psalm 55?
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. You know what I want, right?
Psalm 58.
58, the one. Go ahead.
Right. It says prone to slander, slanderous, accusing falsely, accumulator, false accuser, slanderer. Metaphorically applied to a man whom, like.
So now we understand what the word devil means, and that's what's happening now. So we understand why Esau is doing the thing he's doing with the anti-Semitic news feeding to attack the word of the Most High. So let's go to Psalms 58. Start at 1.
Psalms 58 and 1. Do ye indeed speak righteousness, O congregation?
Right. Do ye indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Now, what does it mean to be righteous? The word righteous simply means to do that which is right. What's the standard of right and wrong? The Bible, the laws of the Most High. So the Most High gave the laws as a standard of what not to do and how to judge. Go ahead.
It says, Do ye judge uprightly, O ye sons of men? Yea, in heart he work wickedness.
Right, in his mind he worked wickedness. Go ahead.
Ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth.
Right, it says he weighed the violence of his hands in the earth. Now look up the word violence. What does it say there in Greek? What's the Greek word? Because the word there for go ahead, guys, bro.
The word violence.
Yeah.
The word violence in the Hebrew is kamas. It says violence, wrong, cruelty, injustice.
So it says injustice. So the word there for violence, it really means injustice. So it says he weighed the violence of his hands in the earth, meaning violence simply means injustice. When injustice means the breaking of the laws of the Most High. So the violence just simply means all the laws of the Most High. So you break all the laws of the Most High. So read that part again.
It says, yea, in heart you work wickedness. You weigh the violence of your hands in the earth.
Mm-hmm.
The wicked are estranged from the womb.
Now, before you continue, go to Genesis 6 and 11 to prove that the word there, violence, means injustice or the law breaking of the Most High. Start at 10, matter of fact, 6 and 10.
Genesis 6 and 11,
10.
verse 10. And Noah begot 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The earth also was corrupt before the Most High.
So it said the earth also was corrupt before the Most High. Okay?
And the earth was filled with violence.
And the earth was filled with violence, which means injustice. It doesn't mean like it was too much, people getting 3D through a fucking table. The violence means injustice, meaning the laws of the Most High is being broken. To prove that, read on.
Yep. It says, and the Most High looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted his way upon the earth.
See, that's how you know the word violence means the breaking up of the Most High. It said he looked. Read that part again. Slightly, bro.
It says, and the Most High looked upon the earth,
So the Most High looked upon the earth. Go ahead.
and behold, it was corrupt, for all flesh had
What made it corrupt? We're gonna read on. Go ahead.
for all flesh had corrupted his way.
And what's the ways of the Most High? The standard that he set. Because before he gave the laws to Moses and stone, the law was given orally. So that was the standard. And at that time, the laws of the Most High was given by word of mouth. Go ahead.
It says, and the Most High looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted his way upon the earth. And the Most High said unto Noah, the end of all flesh is come before me.
And why is that? Because it was full of violence, but we understand the word violence now represents injustice. What we understand injustice means not in midst of the law of the Most High. So now let's go back to Psalm 58.
Let me just add something to what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
And that proves that the people back then, they knew the laws. Because before the Most High actually does some type of devastation or catastrophic event, he make it be known to the people what they're doing. So they knew that what they was doing was wrong, and that's why he did what he did. That's why he flooded the earth the first time. Just like today. If you fast forward to today, the people know exactly what they're doing is wrong, but they're just having too much fun doing it. So when judgment comes, don't be surprised. You know? And that proves it, once again, that the Most High is a just power. He let it be known, because why? He always brings out his prophets.
That's right. Let's go back to Psalm 58.
Psalms 58, verse 2. It says, yea, in heart you work wickedness, you weigh the violence of your hands in the earth.
So now we understand that violence means the breaking of the laws of the Most High. And it says ye weigh the violence of the hands in the earth. Now let's find out what it means by weighing. Go ahead, 1 Samuel.
1 Samuel's, I'm going to start at 2. Verse 2 and 2. There's none holy as the Lord.
There's none holy as the Most High. Go ahead.
For there is none beside thee. Neither.
Because the Most High don't have a deputy with him. He's only the Most High. Right?
Neither is there any rock like our power. Talk no more so exceedingly proudly, let not the ignorance come out of thy mouth.
Mm-hmm.
For the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed.
Right, and by him actions are weighed. So now we understand when the scriptures reference about weighing, it also represents toward judging. So when we go back to Psalm 58, it mentions he weighed the violence of the hands of the earth, meaning weigh means to judge, and the violence meaning injustice, meaning he have control of the plane of earth, but he doesn't judge accordingly towards the law of the Most High. Because when you go to the court system, they'll make you swear on the Bible, but then they will judge outside of the Bible. Okay, and they'll say that this pretty much is a Christian nation, but there's nothing Christian about this country. The word Christian means anointed, or to be cleansed, and everything's about this whole establishment is established based off things that's unacceptable with the Most High. I think that's it on that.
Like I said, Isaiah 10:1, it says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed.
Right. It says, woe unto him that write. I'm sorry. Read again.
Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees.
Now the decree is what? It's an order. All right. So he created these different orders, these laws, these legislations that's unrighteous. And like, I give you an example. They tax your check. You could work 7 days a week, and they'll take half of what you work for, and that's unrighteous. Got that?
Right. And that right grievousness which they have prescribed.
Right, and it's saying they write grievousness because the law is not set up to help the people. It's actually set up to oppress the people and help the rich.
Isaiah 29.
I got a scripture for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
It says to turn aside the needy from judgment and take away the right from
It says to turn aside the needy from judgment, because if judgment was being established, there will be no need for the Most High to send His Son Yahushua to bring judgment on this place. But there's no judgment going on, so the Most High is going to have to burn this place and to a crisp. Like there was a video on Vlad TV on YouTube, and it was showing how two cops had made a quilt of homeless guys' signs of a cardboard, and they made a quilt out of it, and they're taking a picture and they smiling. And that's Esau. That's what Esau does. It's me.
It says to take away the rights from the poor of my people.
Right. It says take the right of the poor of my people. Now the right is justice. Matter of fact, real quick, let me get Ecclesiastes 7:7. Show you oppression.
Really quick precept on.
Go ahead, bro.
Second Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11. Lest Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
Go ahead.
Yeah, man. So that's Satan, man. Who's Satan? The so-called white man. So them these so-called Jews. So we are not ignorant, man, of his devices that he's bringing upon us on the news, man. Seeing the Israelites is coming against the so-called Jews, so we are not ignorant, man. And that's one of his devices.
Let me just add to that too, because they trying to pass laws right as we speaking right now. All these quote unquote anti-Semitic attacks. New York City, they're trying to pass laws where if somebody actually does attack a Jew, that they're gonna get penalized to the extreme. Like, so that way, because I was hearing in Channel 7, it was trying to look for this guy. It basically said that the guy was basically saying that everybody should know that anybody, pretty much, if you touch a Jew, you're gonna get to the extent of the law, whatever law they're gonna pass, you're gonna get punished. So that way the next person would think twice before attacking. So that's just a way of them as being above the law. Because we was just talking about it before, like there's a lot of crazy people up in New York City. This is just a facts, okay? It should have been like this since fucking the conception of this damn place. And people just randomly just do random shit. But the way they're making it seem to be this special group of people that they can't be touched no matter what. So now they're gonna try to pass this law. This new year coming, and this guy being in office, and the governor like here in New York talking about that was an act of terror.
Sure.
So that way, these guys can really be protected. Now that they have more laws and legislations to protect them than anybody else, which is not right. Which is technically not right, because what about every other citizen? Okay, but that's just like the scriptures have said. That's a device by the adversary to protect his and to find a way that if you do something, that they have to come to the extreme measure to take on us.
Hey, if I'm gonna add to brother, that you know what though, that's all right, because why? Job 9:24.
Yep.
The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So this is Esau's world. This is he's playing by his rules. All right, he's playing by his wicked ass rules. You brought it out earlier. You brought it out earlier, Isaiah 10:1. Woe to them that decree and a righteous decree. So the laws of this land was built upon the decree that Esau made up. 1776. You know, the birth of Esau and his Illuminati. You know, the Declaration of Independence. All right, the amendments and all these rights that the United States have. It's for you Edomites, man. It's for you working class Edomites. All right, you wealthy Edomites. It's not for the poor. All right, so this is your rules. You play by your rules, in other words. All right, because in the kingdom, you better believe that the Most High putting this law, statute, commandments, and our parts. We're gonna go hard in the kingdom on your ass, man. All right, according to the scriptures, we're gonna go hard. We're gonna go hard with the scriptures. It's gonna be embedded in us. All right, and you're gonna have to abide by our rules. All right, and that's just what it is. Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. That's why Esau is doing what he's doing, and that's what brothers are getting into. All right, 2020, 1 hour from now, we will be in the year 2020. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Those numbers sounded fucking ridiculous years ago when we came in 2020. That shit, anybody talking about 2020, I'll like, yo, get the hell out of my face, man. We ain't be here in 2020, but here it is, we here in 2020. You know, but that's all good. Somebody get 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter, and go ahead, bro. I know you're holding something.
Psalm 73:5. They are not in trouble as other men.
Yeah. Who is that they? The so-called Jew. They're not in trouble as other men because the top elite ruling class of this world they're Amalekites. All right, they will identify as the so-called Jews. All right, the ones that finance this whole slave trade, put us in slavery, they are Amalekites. They're the so-called Jew. All right, and when the scriptures say in Exodus that we would have war with Amalek for generations, we've been going at it since forever. All right, the slave trade, those are the Amalekites. They knew that we were the chosen people of the Most High. All right, so it was this. You know, we had slavery during the Dark Ages, man. So that's how the Most High does things. He shifts powers around. Go ahead.
It says, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment.
And that's how Esau got in his land, by violence. All right, the violence covered him like a garment. From head to toe, Esau is just a violent man. And it's no surprise that these so-called Jews, they just putting it out there in the media now to build that racial tension. But they big got guns. Them Jews out here in Eastern Parkway, they got guns, man. You kidding me? We was talking about it earlier before the camera went on. They showed you that in the movie Bushwick when all hell broke loose in Bushwick. Everyone had a gun. All right, everybody has some type of weapon of some sort, man. All right, and that's the times we're approaching. Race wars. All right, and things are not gonna fizzle away from here on out. You know, this is not something that just fizzles out. It tells you that in what is it? The Lord, what is it? Luke, I believe. The Lord comes to send fire, and what have you already kindled?
12:49.
12:49, right. Yeah, did I finish that?
It says, their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily.
Right. Read that one more time, please.
It says they are corrupt and speak wickedly.
Yeah, they're corrupt and they speak wickedly, man. Mainly towards the children of Israel. All right? The accuser of thy brother. Was that Revelation, what is it? The
12 and 12.
Yeah, 12. I was holding that, but they'll only bring it out later. Go ahead,
Yep. It says they speak loftily. Yep. It says they set their mouth against the heavens.
Now, you in the blue letter, look up the word loftily.
All right. Yeah, this is the Maasor, the Hebrew. It says Marawan. It says height, elevation. Is that the word you wanted?
Lawfully.
Yeah. It says yes, Rawan. Rawam. It says height, elevation, proudly of nobles. It says
So in other words, he speaks proudly of our affliction. All right, of our oppression. He speaks proudly of that, man. You bring up, like, you got this character vocab, for example. Always coming down, he's an agent, we know that. We're not trying to convert that coward anyway. But just to use him as an example, to demonize any so-called, black Hebrew Israelites, as they call them, which are just Hebrew Israelites. But when you bring up our oppression, he the same God that made fun of it and said slavery in the USA. Which is a pop song, slavery in the USA. He speak lawfully of our oppression. And all these damn Edomites out here do the same thing.
Quick precept.
Go ahead.
Zechariah 11:5, it says, whose possessors slay them and hold himself not guilty.
Yeah, they slay us and hold themselves not guilty. They tell you it was in the past, forgive and forget. They tell you it was a long time ago. But the scriptures tell you that the Most High required that which is past. It doesn't matter how long ago. The Holocaust was a long time ago. All right? These little damn rats running around out here, they had nothing to do with that. That was their parents. So why are they still reaping the benefits of that?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That was the point.
Yeah, no.
let me keep going.
Yeah.
It says, they set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth. Therefore his people return hither, and waters are of a full cup are run out to them. And they say, how doth the Most High know? And there is knowledge in the Most High.
Yeah, because the scriptures tell you that the eyes of the Most High's eyes 10,000 times brighter than the sun. All right? And the angels of the Lord, go around and they patrol everything. They see everything. All right? The scriptures tell you that the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom. So the Heavenly Father sees everything. Go ahead.
It says, behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. It says, they increase in riches. Verily, I have cleansed my heart in vain and washed my hands in innocence.
Now, come on. Esau's blessing was the fatness of the earth, was the sword and the fatness of the earth. All right? Who has the fatness of the earth, man? That's why Esau want to come down, because he's been exposed. Everybody knows you the Edomites. All right? The Hebrew Israelites starting with that been going hard, starting with the apostles on down, have been exposing you since day one. All right? It's no secret. Everybody know you the Edomite now, man. A nigga on smack, all right, rap battle will mention Esau Edom to an Edomite, man. In a verse. The world had figured you out, man. The Lord had lifted up your skirt and revealed you. That's why Esau, Revelation 12:12, the brother quoted it earlier, man. Esau got to come down because he know that he have a show. He to come down with that great wrath. Okay? And all these live streams going up, entitled New Year's Eve Destruction, and during the week, brothers pushing them shows, all we doing is prophesying against Edom. All right? We prophesying against your kingdom. You're not going to be in our kingdom prophesying against us. That's not going to happen. Go ahead.
Ezekiel chapter 25, verse 12. It says, thus say the Lord of power, because that Edom had dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and had greatly offended and revenged himself upon them.
Yeah.
It says, then say the Lord of power, behold, Edom. Who is Edom? The so-called white man. Because the so-called white man, it says Edom, Esau, try to say he's white, but he ain't white, man, he's red. His skin is red, man. So most are gonna take vengeance upon Edom, man, for what he did for us, man. Son of the so-called Negroes, man, here in America, man. With his slave bringing us over here to on these slave ship, man. And split our family, put up auction blocks, alligators, man. So he take vengeance for. The Most High gonna take vengeance upon Esau, man, through the Israelites. Because the Most High ain't gonna come on here, man, and take vengeance upon the so-called white man. He's gonna use his man. He's gonna use the left man to take vengeance upon Esau.
Yeah.
Verse 13. Therefore, thus said the Lord of power, I will stretch out my hand upon Edom I will cut off man and beast. The most they're gonna cut off the land of Edom, which is America, man and beast, man. Or whether this so-called white man dwell is the land of Esau. We go here in America, but this land belongs to who? Or brothers, man. But where the so-called white man? He came over here and he butchered all our brothers. You can't find a so-called Native American, man. If you go inside the door, you can't find him. So the most gonna cut Esau off, man. The most is a just power. So he's gonna take the white man down. That's all, man.
I got a precept. This is Psalm chapter 10, verse 7. It says, his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. And yeah, man, as we going in, man, we going in unto the, as the brother was saying, man, the so-called white man, all right? And that's what he's doing right now, man. He's full of mischief, deceit, and fraud. Everything that comes out of his mouth is a lie, man. All right, that's why brothers are not really, worried too much about him, because guess what? This is part of prophecy, and not only that, you know what I'm saying? That's the way of the so-called white man. The Lord made you that way, man. All right, the scripture saying what the earth was given into the hands of the wicked, man, and we expect nothing less from the wicked, man. All right, it says what? He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, in the secret places do he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor, man, and that's what's going on right now, man. His eyes are set against the poor, man, which is who, man? The Israelites. Man. All right, they've been planning this for a little minute, man. All right, as the brother was saying, man, that movie Bushwick. The first time I seen it, I was like, oh, them dudes got mad guns. They've been ready for this, man. Only now they showing, dudes throwing axes and all these type of things, man. But their eyes were already set against us, man.
Hey, you know how also to prove that. There was somebody during 9/11. I remember somebody telling me that they was in 34th Street or the diamond, whatever the diamond district is, where all the so-called Jews run their diamonds, somewhere in Manhattan. And during 9/11, they was walking doing the hand with cuffs on their hand, and cuffs with their hands cuffed attached to suitcases, carrying all them diamonds out in a single file line, calm and down, walking down the street together. They got a plan for everything, man.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to pointing the finger at so-called what they call black Hebrew Israelites, they got it planned already. You see, they plan is already starting to hatch right now.
I appreciate it.
But just add what the brother's saying too, because there's a the U.S. have the CIA, and the CIA is known for toppling governments, so to speak. But Israel, the Israeli state, has the Mossad, and their motto, me and this brother always talk about it, is to deceive by any means. So their job is really to use deception as their greatest tool. And their greatest deception, we all know that they are who they claim to be, but it's just everything that they do is called in a false narrative to put the blame on somebody else.
Scapegoat.
It's a scapegoat. And it's, right now they're talking at us, but before they was targeting the Muslims. Before that, there was always some other group of people that they was always targeting. And so it happens where they have their media will hype it up to make them look like they're the innocent ones, and whoever they're targeting is always a villain.
Mm-hmm.
So they finally have paint the picture as us, because the elites they hurt. They have to send the little fucking soldiers to do what they gotta do. All right, but the key thing to it is their masterful plan is deception. That's their motto. All right, you know how like the U.S. The military, like the Marines would say the few, the proud, and yada yada yada. Well, the Mossad, their whole motto is by deception by any means. All right, they're just Satan incarnate. All right.
This is Isaiah 32, verse 7. The instruments also of the churl are evil.
Yeah, and that's one of their instruments. It's a great deception, which they mastered this shit, man. All right, since the conception of the so-called white man has been put on earth, that spirit of the serpent, they have mastered it throughout all these centuries. Okay, they got to the state where they don't have to do it face to face. They have their media to do that, which would put spells on the minds of the people. If you watch a movie constantly about people getting served in a quote-unquote Holocaust, I mean, you're getting every year, without a shadow of a doubt, you get this constant reminder deep down in your mind, like, then you kind of feel sorry for them because they know how to play with your emotions. It's like when you watch TV late nights and regular TV, they'd have like puppies and dogs, they being abused and everything like that. They know how to get, they know how to get to the minds of the people by using certain things to trigger sympathy. All right. So this is what they have done. And they found it, but now the world's kind of, through the spirit of the Lord, people are starting to see like, nah, this don't add up. So now they have the device. That's why this guy Trump signed his decree. Anybody talks about it in college camps, they can't talk about so-called Jews. All right, which really is a target against us, but it's just a way of just to smother the fire that was already kindled against them, because they losing it. All right, that's the whole point right now. They losing it, and there's only one other option this man knows: is violence. That's his only option. That's why it's a natural thing for him to grab axes, grab knives, and grab anything, because that's who he is.
That's his blessing.
That's his blessing.
That's why he ain't gonna get penalized for that.
Because and that's the thing that we can't fight against. That's why we have to be spiritual. In 2020, more than ever, we gotta be more spiritual than ever, because this he's planning to come on a carnal tip. All these years that we've been in this truth was to build up our faith. Now we got to put our faith to action, and we have to be harmless as a dove and wise as serpents, because this man's coming. All right, he's coming, and we knew this from the get-go. But now he's showing his horn. He's like, yeah, niggas, I'm coming for you. All right, you call yourself, you want to be an Israelite? All right, I'm coming for you, and we see it. Okay.
Yeah. It says, he devised wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words.
With lying words. Hold on, 13 people, so quote unquote anti-Semitic. There are 13 attacks, but how many niggas then got killed by crackers?
A lot.
A lot.
On home.
Now they're saying like 60%. Like that, I like RT. RT is one of those good news thing, but they bought it so. They trying to make it seem like these are the most heinous acts that's been taking place on these people, like the worst thing of all, because they bought it so. But the point is, they making it the narrative look like everybody just hates them for no fucking apparent reason. Everybody just hates them. No, people have the reason to hate them, because they do other people fucking wrong, man. How long are you gonna be doing evil towards another person and not expect some type of reaction, man? Okay? How long? But this is their media. This is the device that they have, man. And that media, man, that's
I got a quick.
that thing is a very powerful thing, man. CNN, Fox, everything that you could think as something that can give you some type of news, they own it. All right? You got something?
Yes, a quick document on news article from New York One from December 31st, which is today. It's Adams. I guess Adams is the borough president of New York. He was here with the so-called Jew right there. So it's New York One. It says community leaders announce new invitees to combat hate after rash of anti-Semitic violence.
So everybody gotta stand up arms when they get attacked. When Jake is getting attacked, nobody gotta say nothing. You see how it works? That's the device of the so-called white man. That's how he gets down, man. He's gonna put more emphasis to something that's important to him than you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because he don't give a damn about you. He never did. And he about to find out real soon.
It says in the wake of the stabbing at the Hanukkah celebration in Muncie, New York, and a wave of anti-Semitic crimes in the city, a new measure has been announced to combat hate. Congressman Hakeem Jeffries, a so-called Negro, and the Brooklyn president, Eric Adams, a so-called Negro. It says announced that a joint invitees Monday, they call it breaking bread and building bonds. So,
This is a damn joke, man. It's just him
what
using.
happened in the 70s and 80s to old people, brother, in the 90s?
They didn't give a fuck. They didn't care about when the crack epidemic was destroying quote unquote blacks out here. Right here in Brooklyn. I'm from Brooklyn. It was horrible. You know, they didn't give a damn. You know, they didn't give a fuck what's going on. They was pushing it. All right. But when something happens to them, is all arms on all the world got to stand up.
The whole world, bro. That shit's crazy, man.
This is Psalms 55 and 21. Actually, I'm gonna start at 20. It says, "He had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He had broken his covenants."
Bring it down.
Yeah, that's right, man. So, and that's the MO of the so-called white man. You know what I mean? They always have to come up with a narrative to go to war with people, man. All right, we already see how they did that with the Native Americans. We see that how every time they go into the Middle East, man, they come up with some type of narrative to go to war, man. All right, breaking promises, man. You know what I'm saying? Even back in the day, you shake somebody's hand, and that's a seal of promise. They got it in writing, and they still break whatever promise that they have, man. All right. It says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart, man. So and that's what's going on right now, man. And this is really nothing new, man. This is really the MO of the Edomite, man. They like to talk peace and all these things, you know what I'm saying? You trying to stop hate and all, but you the hater. All right?
Yeah.
Hate is really as an action, you know what I'm saying? And if you check the track record, you check the facts, man, who's the biggest hater on the face of the earth, man? All right? He come into your community, all right? You know, once you see these motherfuckers move into your community, man, it's over. All right? It's over. You know what I'm saying? They raise your rent up high, motherfuckers calling the police against you, man. All right? Man.
This is an article that says how Jews in Jersey City started a turf war that culminated in a mass shooting at Kosher Deli. Because obviously, then what the story that was never told, because it's the story that was never told on CNN and the regular news, because we don't own the news, is that they was coming in there, knocking on people's door left and right all day long, trying to ask them to buy their house and telling them if they didn't sell their house. This is Jake in Jersey City. Telling them if they didn't sell their house, they're gonna put up prostitutes, houses or whore houses next door, and all, you know, just all type of values to these elder Jake living in the neighborhood. Jake got tired of it. They got wind of it. Some of the council people started talking about it, which they trying to get to resign now. So there's a whole lot of backlash because Jake owns houses in Jersey City. So when, like the brother just mentioned, when Amalek came up in there, man, they're trying to force Jake out. And as soon as they get control of the property, they are not renting to Jake. The price is going higher, and that's that. So now brother reminded me, this is exactly what was going on in Germany. Exactly what was going on in Germany. The Amalekites right over there, during that time, Hitler and all of that, they was living off the land, man. They was living off the horse. They were doing the same situation, same thing, man. Having all their property and whatnot. Now, if you look at, by the way, which I got here, the Talmud, and here's some of the quotes from the Talmud, you understand what the real nature of these people are. And straight out of the Talmud, for instance, it says if a goy kills a goy or a Jew, he's responsible. That's a heathen, right? If a heathen kills a heathen or a Jew, he's responsible. It says, but if a Jew kills a goy, a non-Jew, he is not responsible. So in their mindset, now this is out of their book. In their mindset, they're free to go, even if they kill you.
And they always talking about love, man. Always talking about love and peace.
The next one says the Jews are not human. It says the Jews are human beings, but the nations of the world are not human beings, but beasts. So obviously, it says, another one says a Jew may rob a goy, that is, he may cheat him in a bill if unlikely to be perceived by him. So we just like, maybe, you know, if we're being anti-Semitic by bringing that out, we just like some clarification from some of these rabbis around here. What the hell is going on with that, man? I mean, the ball's in your court. Y'all defend yourself on that. Because we don't read out of the Talmud.
Exactly.
All right? And no scripture we can find that tells us if you kill a heathen, you A-okay. You're getting off. got it, man. Whoever. Oh, that's it. You finished?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, this is Revelation 12 and 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power and power of his anointed. Yep. Just talking about the prophecies coming to pass, man. All right, salvation is on its way. Okay, the scriptures say Yahweh Shai cometh at a time you think not. So, you know, we're you know, looking forward to his coming. Okay? And it says, and the power of his anointed, for the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. Yeah, and the Greek word for accuser is kategoreo. All right, and that's where you get the word categorize, and that's what Esau, the so-called white man, is doing. All right, just like the brothers was going into. All right, you got Esau. Okay, he's trying to label the Israelites as terrorists. Okay, that's a narrative that they have because they know these prophecies are coming to pass. All right, an example of that, you got Donald Trump. All right, he just passed a spending bill on Space Force. Okay, so these devils, these higher ups, beginning with their elites, they know that the prophecies are coming to pass, and they know that they have but a short time. Okay, and it says, the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. And that's what Esau, the so-called white man, does. Okay, he accuses us before the Most High because they know that as long as we're sinning and breaking the law, statutes, commandments, then we're gonna the Most High is gonna keep us in captivity. Okay, but the elect, they're gonna repent, and the Most High is gonna shorten the days for the elect. Okay, and here it is. He's accusing us of going off, but he's the one that's causing us to go off. You know, promoting all these wickedness before our eyes, man. All right, promoting pork, promoting adultery. All right, who owns the rap industry, the music industry? The so-called Jew. Okay, who owns the media? The so-called Jew. All right, so that was it.
Read on, bro. Read on. Read it. Read to 12.
It says, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death.
That's right. Now, even though Esau is accusing them before the Most High knows. Most High knows exactly what's going on because he's going to orchestrate all of this, man. So Esau could call us, terrorist group, extremists, this, whatever the fuck you want to call us. But the Most High set it up that it was going to be like this in the last days. All right, that we were going to be brought before judges and before the kings. All right, which means be brought before these court systems. All right, be brought before these governors, before you. Some of us may even see the elite bankers face to face. All right, when it comes time to have our faith tested, all right, and have that RFID chip proposed before you, which in the elect is going to deny it to the death of you. All right, but that's the times we're heading to. So the Most High already know who's going to overcome Esau and the afflictions and the adversity and everything. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time.
Right now, we living in this prophecy right here, in this scripture. That this scripture is going to come out more and more and more and more. All right, because this is what we're living in right now. All right, this is what we're living in. Get Habakkuk, the second chapter, real quick, bro. Okay.
Habakkuk 2, when you want to start at?
You start at the top.
Habakkuk 2 and 1, it says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower. I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what shall the answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision, make it plain upon the tables, that he may run that readeth it.
Mm-hmm. Now, who's going to read the prophecies and understand it? The elect, the chosen ones. All right. Everybody else are reading it, but they run it with their head like a headless chicken right now. because a lot of people in the world understand that we living in the end time. They do acknowledge that fact. All right, people in the world acknowledge that fact, but they don't towards the Hebrew Israelites for answers.
Yep.
But they're not going to admit it. All right, they're not going to admit it. That pride within them is not going to allow them to admit it. But you best believe the Hebrew Israelites are bigger now than ever. All right, the Most High has given, his men that fame, so to speak, in the land of our captivity. Go ahead.
So the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak.
Right, the visions are the prophecies. All right, Revelation 12:12, the devil's going to come down having great wrath. All right, that's one of the vision, and we are seeing the signs, the beginning stages. Esau is setting up the chess move, so to speak. All right, to come down with that great wrath, and that shows you that Esau is a damn devil, because he could just come straight out and just do it, but he's doing it crafty.
Mm-hmm.
All right, he's setting up legislations and laws and passing them through Congress and putting it through media when he could just do it like that.
Gradualism.
But like the brother says, gradualism. He's gradually doing it. And another thing that's gonna get the people of this world more and more against you, against us. Yeah, bro.
Psalm chapter 58, verse 2. In the heart you work wickedness, and you with violence in the hand, in the earth. The wicked is estranged from the wolf. It goes astray as soon as it be born, speaking lies.
Right, and the brother brought that out earlier. Now Esau, he's wicked from the womb. All right, he's gonna be wicked to the tomb. All right, from the day he born to the day he died. All right, Esau's even gonna be he be going over in the kingdom. He be wicked in the kingdom. That's why we have to be putting his ass to death. All right, and resurrecting him, putting his ass back to death after 1,000 years, because Esau ain't gonna get it. He's not wired to get it. All right, he's not wired to get it. Now you have some of these other nations who can get it before Esau get it. We got some of these other nations like Ishmael, for example, who still follow the tradition of Abraham, their forefather, our forefather. That was it.
I got something for you. Isaiah 59. I start at verse 15. But the point is in 19. It says, "Yea, truth faileth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey. And the Lord saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment."
Whenever there's no judgment, that means injustice is taking place. So whenever injustice is taking place, the Most High, the cause is displeased the Most High.
Yeah. So I'm going to get right to the point. This is Isaiah 59 and 19. "So shall they fear the name of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun."
I must say, and that's what was one of the catalysts to start this whole thing anyway. They said that the act of terror or anti-Semitic was the name of Yahweh Shai. So in their mind, in their psyche, they know that name is a terrifying, dreadful name, man. And like the scripture says, it's a dreadful name. They couldn't even announce it. And they knew right then and there, like, yo, this is the man that the Bible speaks of. All right? So they fear the name they started to fear the name of the Lord from the west. We right here in the Western Hemisphere.
That's right.
All right? Through what? Through the prophets of the Lord. Because when you analyze it, you put Jesus Christ.
Yahweh is coming son.
Right, but when you put Jesus Christ, you think of love. You think of fluffiness. You think of good, whatever the world tell you. Right, but when you think of Yahweh Shai and the true meaning of him and who his characteristic is according to the scriptures, that put fear in your heart. All right, so they fear the name of the Lord in the West, man. All right.
How many so-called, real life bums you got out there with a Jesus is coming sign? They ain't categorized as anti-Semitics. Or Jesus is coming.
Yeah.
That's typical. Because there's no power in Jesus. That's why the Lord said, the Lord spoke about being persecuted for my name's sake.
Yeah.
And he literally meant for his name's sake, for the name Yahweh Shah. Because men the apostles been saying it for a long time. We're gonna be persecuted for the name of the Lord. Now you understanding what that mean, man. Now you seeing what that mean. Yeah, it's like
It says, "When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai shall lift up a standard against him. All right.
Good.
So let's go into that word standard. The word standard in the Hebrew is nawas, and it means to flee, escape, to take flight, to depart, to disappear. All right. And how's the I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
And how's the Lord going to do that? Through divine intervention.
There you go.
Somehow the Most High is going to
There you go.
find a way for us to escape. Because the scriptures say there's going to be some of the men of the Lord that's going to make it all the way through till he see the Son of Man coming, for his second coming.
I appreciate that for you. Daniel's 12:1, it says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time. At that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book.
Yeah, that's the end. Because when you read Revelation, it mentions Michael when it talks about the war in heaven. All right. Michael is one of the archangels, one of the top archangels underneath Yahweh Shai. All right. Yahweh Shai is coming with the host of heavens. All right. To take over this world, man. To conquer all the kings of the earth.
I appreciate that.
All right. And there's gonna be a time of trouble such as never was. All right. The time that's coming is gonna be such a great evil, worse than any other time in history.
I appreciate for you.
Because the weapons, the military weapons are increased. All right, because Esau, his blessing is the sword. Knowledge has increased. All right, he has all these these miracles that he did through his witchcraft technology. All right, so it's gonna be a lot of dead bodies out here, man.
Mark chapter 9, verse 1. And he said unto them, verily I say unto you, that there be some of them that stand here which shall not taste of death, till they have seen the kingdom of the Most High and come with the power.
That's reincarnation. All right, because Yahweh Shai, he didn't return in that time. All right, he went back into the spiritual world, to the Father, to sit on the right hand of the Most High, until the latter end of the last days, which is the time we're in now. And them same prophets, the same men of the Lord, whatever their lot was, they coming back in this time in their lots. All right, and you're gonna have some men that's gonna endure all the temptations that's coming, the hell that's coming, and they're gonna make it all the way up until Yahweh Shai returns. All right, and when the chariots come and they start beating up the elect to deliver them from the destruction of America, you're gonna have, on the contrary, you're gonna have some men that's gonna be martyrs for this truth, man. You're gonna have some men that's gonna be they're gonna be martyrs. They're gonna be put to death, beheaded for the testimony of Yahweh Shai as well. Okay, because the scriptures tell you there's gonna be an insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They're gonna make war with the saints, like it says in Revelation 12 chapter 17 verse. Right, the dragon was wroth with the woman.
I got a precept. You read what was that?
Isaiah 59.
Yeah, 59 says the word was escape.
Yeah, the watch.
Yeah, the watch, right? This is Isaiah 10:20. It says, and it shall come to pass that in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty power. All right, now it says the remnant shall escape, because Jeremiah 30:7 tell you that there should be a time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. That he that's going to be saved out of it is talking about the remnant. All right, now how are we going to escape? Like the brother mentioned, that divine intervention, the Heavenly Father is going to step in. Here's 12:1. The angels are going to step in. Michael and the archangels are going to step in to allow the men of the Lord to escape. All right, whether it be through spiritual powers, whether it be through deliverance, all right, whether it be through just being guided through the Spirit, one way or another, the elect men are going to escape it. So all these things that are about to happen, we don't fear it. That's number one, and we shouldn't fear it, man, because our time of suffering is coming to an end. All right, as these people in the world begin to start to suffer, especially 2/3, that's when the tipping scale starts to change. All right, our salvation gets closer as their destruction draws closer. You know? Yeah, bro.
Second Ezra 6, and the point is at 25, but I'm sorry, 24. So at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. Springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run.
Yeah, that's talking about race wars, all right? Race wars, sedition among men, all right, mutiny towards the government. Matter of fact, over there in Iraq, you got these Iraqis damn near tearing down that U.S. embassy over there, man. All right, they damn near tearing down the U.S. embassy over some airstrikes that happened over the weekend, I believe. And this is what's going on behind the scenes. This is what Esau is doing. All right, he's attacking, he's doing things. He's pretty much brewing out World War III. All right, while you people out there, you know, celebrating your Thanksgiving, which passed, your Christmas and your Happy New Year's, which, Lord willing, Esau does something drastic through the spirit tonight, man. You know, something heavy.
Why you get Manhattan watching the ball drop?
He's going down behind the scenes, man. Esau loves little bread and circuses like tonight, where you can pull all types of strings, man. It is, you know, we're in the midst of all types of wars like the bro going into. We're in the midst of different countries about to have whole outbreaks. You had several countries this year. The president resigned. Puerto Rico, Bolivia, and another one in South America. You got the current, 6 months going on for the Hong Kong protests.
It's been a while, bro.
Right.
France.
And so you got all these things popping off, and I mean, that's just the name of few. And the majority of the masses is still asleep. They're not waking up to the fact that it's drastic times, and drastic times call for drastic measures. You got the whole president of the U.S. about to be in peace, so-called. And half of the country want to take up arms, man. I mean, this thing can boil over and pop any second, man. You know, and that's what we had always expected. That's what we always asked and prayed to the Lord for. That's why Scripture talk about hastening the day, because we want to see it fall.
Yeah.
We're not the Jakes caught up in, like Creflo Dollar, caught up teaching his church that if God, what do you say? If God destroys America, he owes Jesus an apology.
Wow.
All right, we not. That's not what. See, like the brother brought out earlier, they giving us fame right now by saying this. You know, the buzzword for this year got to be Black Hebrew Israelite. It got to be starting with the Covington thing now, going into every other week. So they giving us all type of fame, and what's going to happen is you Christians who don't understand the Bible, and your pastor's been lying to you, y'all going to be puzzled and inquire about what we talking about, and then you're going to end up hearing the truth. Whether you like it or not, you're just going to end up hearing it. And that's why the Lord has us out here, because some got to be converted and healed, and the others got to be condemned.
Yep.
And it's straight going down like that, man. So when y'all come and y'all watch these videos, and y'all Christians, like the brother just brought out certain scriptures, y'all come break that about how some man shall not see death. And immediately in my head, I'm thinking how a Christian going to break that down. That means that since the time of the Lord, some men are still alive. Walking around. Right.
I don't know how the fuck they gonna bring that down.
Right, and then the scripture, because they don't believe in reincarnation. And then the scripture about how the Lord shall come back and serve them that pierced them.
Yeah.
They actually teach that it's 2 men walking around, 2 Romans walking around that's been here since the beginning, since that time. And never died.
Really?
That's the Christian mindset. So y'all gonna get all type
Talk
of
about
answers.
fairy tales.
Right.
There's still more to this because exactly what it said. Whosoever, the second Ezra 6 is 25. Whosoever remaineth from all these that have, whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world.
Brothers going into escape, man. All right, and that's a beautiful word, man. That's a great word to us, man. Because we believe in the salvation of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, we believe that them ships that's going to come back is also going to be vehicles of salvation. We believe that. That's our only way out of here.
That's our exit.
Huh?
That's our exit.
Yeah, that's our exit. And so scriptures like this is beautiful to us because we can see the downfall leading up to the exit, man. And they show it in all these movies, man. We don't understand how y'all people don't wake up and see that the elites know exactly how it's gonna go down. They know exactly how it's gonna go down, man. When you watch movies like Independence Day, there was another one where dudes was literally getting beamed up on ships. I forget, it was like a large dragon, like a Godzilla type movie. I forget the name of it. But you had people getting beamed up on ships. You had the movie The Knowing. At the end of the movie, they getting beamed up. All right? All type of chariot movies and whatnot. So they know that there's a remnant of the seed of the nation of Israel that has to be saved, that has to be delivered. And so-called Jews teach that the Messiah ain't come yet. They what, 2,000 years behind, man. All right? According to them, they got a lot of prophecies to still go be fulfilled.
That
But
means
we
they
don't-
gotta go into slavery.
Right? They're not even at the end times. And here we are, we at the end times, man. We went through the slavery, we already went through all this, man. Y'all still talking about 1940, we went through that. It was called the 1600s to the 1800s, man. Hardcore. So, man, listen, man, the Lord's gonna have his men escape. His elect escape. Go ahead.
And it says, and the men that are received shall see it, and who have not tasted death from their birth, and their heart of the inhabitants shall be changed and turned into another meaning.
Yeah, man. So you're gonna have part of the elect that just gets delivered, gets saved, man. All right. I mean, all the elect is gonna get saved, and that's spoken about in Revelation the 7th chapter. And that multitude, guess what? Israel is coming from us. We get scattered people right now. Fronts.
Yeah.
That's so good. That's like a Jewish army of Jews right now. So Jewish people. They united over in Colombia. They united over in Brazil. They united over in Germany. They united over in Poland. They united in Israel. They united in America. They running shit all over the world. The Rothschilds got everything you want. They united. Israel is a scattered people, man. All right, and we're divided, and we're going through the curses.
Yeah.
And the most majority of Israel is the dry bones, the valley of the dry bones right now. Meaning they lost, they wandered out of the way the congregation. The scriptures say that ox don't know if his owner. And that the ox knows his owner, the ass is master crib, but Israel doth not know. Everything leads to us being those people, man. Our people is the most confused and exploited people on this earth. There's only one way that could possibly happen. All right, even Hamites, man, got more foundation than our people right now, man. They come over to the U.S. and being exploited at the same time, man. That just show you who the real Israelites are, who the Jews are. So when the Lord reappears and he's a so-called black man, he's coming to save his remnant, which is Negroes, Latinos, and natives all throughout the world. They're gonna see, man. Everybody gonna be able to testify the Lord's might in that day, man. You know, what you got, bro? That was it.
Yeah,
It's good start, and then I got something. Go ahead.
It's 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 15. It says, "For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain until the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout."
Right, so you got situations. First of all, you got situations where men will come up out of the graves, man. All right, so a lot of people don't believe in the mystified talk of the Bible. It's too spooky. Like a lot of people who follow Sarnetta will tell you the Bible's spooky. All right, but you have situations in the scriptures that's going to be outright straight up from a horror film, man. You got apparitions that's going to be showing themselves, man. This time we coming into, man, is going to be frightful as hell.
Brand new Daphne too.
Uh-huh. And so, read that again, huh?
God, it says, "For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain until the coming of the Lord."
We which are alive and remain, that's the brothers that's woken up, all right? The brotherhood, the elect, the ones that's waiting on the Lord, seeking him. Go ahead.
"Shall not prevent them which are asleep."
Those are asleep, but those that passed away, those that you know, they died on this side. Go ahead.
For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout.
How is Yahushua coming back? Yahushua is coming. How is he coming? With the shout. All right. And then go ahead, read on.
with the voice of the archangel
Right.
and with the trump of the Most High.
And that showers come, right, come up hither, right, which the Lord is going to come back with his angels in these chariots, in these ships, in these so-called UFOs, which the Apostle Tahar just did a video how there was over 150 UFO sightings in New York City alone in 2019. In New York alone. I mean, that's just the ones I was spoken about. But if you type in UFO, man, you got all type of footage now. Because camera phones. So everybody's catching them now. Media showers, all type of things going on. Go ahead.
It says,
Isn't there about to be like another major moon cycle or something like that?
Yeah, this year.
What is that?
What was that, like, I think like 3 solar eclipses or something like that?
Yeah.
Or it's gonna be something major, something's gonna happen.
You did something on that, right, Gabo?
No, it was a post. It was a post. That happened after the day after Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay.
A 3-hour solar eclipse
Okay.
after so-called Christmas.
Solar eclipses, man. All the signs in the heavens that you need. Go ahead.
it says, and the dead in Yahushai shall rise first.
How is that gonna happen? One, they gonna be on them ships. And two, you're gonna have people rising from the graves, man. That's in the scriptures. That's in the scriptures, man. That's in the scriptures. The Apostle Paul used to say, he said, you know, how is all these people gonna act once they start coming out of their graves? How you gonna act, man? You see grandfather, great, this person, that person. The Lord's gonna put the spirit back inside they body, man. Come up out of them things, man. And guess what? The scriptures tell you they're gonna be here for that judgment.
Yep.
That's why they coming back, not to just dwell and live peacefully on earth and just kick it. They're gonna come back just for that judgment. So the Lord could bring back some of our John McCain to get burnt up and his stain on the body.
George Bush.
All right, George Bush. All right, Abe Lincoln. Huh?
I thought they got over.
Thought they's good.
Yeah.
And the scriptures tell you about the Lazarus and the rich man.
Yeah.
You right?
Yeah.
They gonna wish it was over, but it ain't over.
It's just the beginning.
Yeah, that show you you see, we ain't making mockery or joke when we talk about resurrection, Edomites in the kingdom.
Nah.
We gonna raise you from the dead if you try to try to die and kill yourself. Choking a fucking carrot or some shit. We gonna resurrect your ass, man. You gonna serve your damn slavery,
Trying to
man.
get paid back, man.
Yeah.
The Lord is about retribution. He said, vengeance is mine. If you can't stop the Lord from forgetting about what happened to him 2,000 years ago, you damn shame gonna have all these Israelites forget about our captivity. All right? You know?
It says, then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds.
We're gonna get caught up together with them in the clouds, because we're gonna have men that the elect that was martyrs, they're gonna be up on them ships already. And we're gonna go up, beamed up, Lord willing, on them ships with them, caught up together in the clouds, man. See, a Christian right now is thinking like, heaven, and that's where you stay and dwell forever. And man, paradise is gonna be here on earth. The kingdom of heaven is gonna be here on earth, man. You're gonna be in an extraterrestrial body, and that's something that they don't even tell you. All right, but you're gonna be in an ill body, no harm, no danger, no foul gonna come to you, and you're gonna be ruling. That's another thing Christians don't understand or have any conception of. Even the so-called Jew wants to rule, but you people who believe in the Bible, y'all don't want to rule. Y'all don't understand that you're gonna wear a crown. You don't understand that the Lord said He's gonna give you a iron, what is that, a scepter?
A rod of
A
iron.
rod of iron, and you shall beat them, right?
Shall rule them with a rod of
You shall
iron.
rule them with a rod of iron. All right, y'all don't want that, man. Go ahead.
It says, to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. Wherefore, comfort one another with these words.
That's comforting words, man. Because we comforted by it, so we know y'all comforted by it. Real quick, First Thessalonians, since you right there,
Okay.
and get on the last two verses.
5, the 5th chapter.
First chapter. You got that. First chapter.
First chapter, last verses.
Yeah.
This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 9. It says, for they themselves show of us what manner of entering in we.
Start at 1.
This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 8.
Uh-huh.
It says, for from you, son of the word of the Lord, not only in Macedonia and Achaia, but also in every place your faith.
Yeah, because Thessalonica is in Macedonia. All right? And a lot of people don't understand why Paul will go over there, but guess what? All you have to understand is one word, diaspora. How the Israelites spread. We spread out, especially during the Hellenistic period, that age, in certain captivities. When you get conquered, they take you wherever the hell they want to take you.
Yeah.
Our people was found in Babylon all the way down to Syria, all the way down to wherever they was ruling at, man. Nineveh, Thessalonica, Rome. Go ahead.
It
Good
says,
precepts. It's using that. James 1:1, it says, James, the servant of Yahweh, by Shem Shai, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad.
Scattered, man. All you gotta do is look up that word scattered and look up diaspora and see how they correlate. And then read the curses in Deuteronomy 28 and see how they correlate with being scattered. That's it. There's 12 tribes scattered abroad. Why you only gonna find them in one continent? No, everywhere, man. That's why you got a brother in Indonesia just recently uploaded a video saying the Lord's name and speaking in whatever tongue that was.
it says,
The 4 corners of the earth.
it says, but also in every place your faith to Godward is spread abroad, so that we need not to speak anything.
And that's why you know that that's how you know, watching videos like that, brother in Indonesia saying the name of the Lord and whatnot, you know that it's the Lord that woke him up, man. It's not paid off, it's not no fake business, it's the Spirit of the Lord that's waking up on men all over the world, just like in that time. Right?
Verse 9, it says, for they themselves show of us what manner of entering in we had unto you, and how we turned to the Most High from idols to serve the living and true power.
And we always doing some form of idolatry, whether it was worshiping money before we came into this truth, whether it was worshiping society, worshiping clothes, worshiping material possessions. We all had some form of idol, worshiping false gods. All right, just like in the ancient world. Go ahead. So now we by examples, we show how through the Spirit of the Lord, how you can turn from that way and lead a way that's more appealing and righteous in the eyes of the Heavenly Father through faith. All right.
It says, and to wait for his Son from heaven, whom he raised from the dead.
Here's the kicker. Wait for the Son from heaven, who he raised from the dead. Go ahead.
Even Yahweh Shai, which delivered us from the wrath to come.
Which delivered us from the wrath to come. How was Shah? So when you talk about, what y'all gonna do in that day, we got the answer right there. Y'all talk about how y'all gonna get out of this one, Hebrew Israelite. We got the answer right there. It's always been the same answer, man. It don't matter which way y'all come at it.
A quick precept for you all.
Go ahead, brother. Y'all got it.
We work it on. 2nd Ezra chapter 2, verse 16, verse 23. Was Second Ezra 16, verse 73. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold is in the fire.
Then shall, read that again. Then shall they know who is my chosen, and they shall be tried.
Then shall they know
Who is my chosen?
who is my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire.
Read that one. Read that one.
Verse 71. And he, I'm gonna from 70. And it says, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord.
Yeah, great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. So we know they're gonna come down hard on us, man. If not for nothing else, for our affiliation with Great Millstone, our affiliation with One West, our affiliation with brothers, they got the numbers down, They're gonna go after your family members. So we all caught up in this thing. So it's only one way out. Like the brother said, exit. It is only one exit. Because there ain't no slipping out of this now.
Son,
You already in too deep. All right, so there's gonna be a great insurrection. Meaning, in order for it to get great, it gotta be severe. It gotta be constant. It gotta be everybody. Everybody gonna know exactly how the FBI, whoever it is, gonna come down on us, man.
Mhm.
And it's starting right now, man. Fire's kindling. Go ahead.
verse 71. They shall be like bad men sparing none.
Yeah, you're gonna have. That's where the martyrs come in. All right, that's where the men that set up in this truth to be martyrs. That's where you're gonna have to strive for the truth unto death, man. And the Lord gonna put you through that test, and you're gonna in the martyrs, the elect is gonna pass it, man. All right, they're gonna go through that guillotine, but they're not gonna take back the words. They're not gonna take back their faith and their belief. They're not gonna denounce this truth. They're not gonna denounce it how it's shah. All right.
Says they shall be like madmen sparing none, but shall spoil and destroy those that fear the Lord.
So we know it. I mean, things gotta get real tragic in America. A lot of new laws gotta be passed for all of this to happen. Because right now it's too much protected habeas corpus. But then you still got NDAA. You still got Patriot Act 1 and 2. You still got the fact that if they deem us a domestic terrorist, we don't see no judge. There's no habeas corpus. All right, there's indefinite detention. There are concentration camps. They still shipping back and forth to FEMA caskets left and right all over the highways in America. All right, you got concentration camps right now on the south of the American border dealing with Issachar trying to get into this country. All right, so it's here, man. It's already prepared and ready. Go ahead.
It says, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses.
Mm-hmm.
And says, then they shall they know who is my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire.
Because everybody takes persecution differently. The average Jake out here is going to take persecution a whole lot differently. You see what happens when a nigga get hands up by the police? All right, it's all hell break loose, man. They don't know how to control themselves, contain themselves. They screaming, they willing, they asking for their mama. Record me, please, somebody. Willing. I can't breathe. But that day when they take us down, man, you know, brothers gonna have regular faces, man. You know, the Spirit of the Lord gonna kick in. It's gonna kick in the overdrive. Everything you ever went through, man. Every scripture you ever read, all of this you ever been broken down. All that faith building, all that prayer, man. It's all gonna kick in. The Lord is gonna provide, man. You're gonna calm your whole adrenaline down. You're not gonna be all nervous and panicked, wanting to commit suicide. All right, scared, shitting yourself. None of that, man. The Lord's just gonna kick in. You're gonna be calm as hell. They're gonna know, like, yo, this. Man, damn, I thought you would have been screaming and kicking right now.
Yeah.
You gotta know.
Hey, was that what you said? Because you said it, sorry. That they're gonna get basically they're gonna get everybody. So those, you know, I was thinking about like guys that was amongst us.
Yeah, them too.
You know, the guys that they got in here for like a little bit, and now they took apart from us. Even guys that maybe just looked at one video. Matter of fact, people that just random people. Basically, when he comes down hard, he doesn't give a fuck what group you associate with, who you associate. If you're a Negro, Latino, Native American, he's coming for you. That's that. All right. That's why I remember one of the apostles said, it's better off to go hard, point blank, period, because they're gonna come for everybody. You know, and that's why the Lord's gonna different his elect from the non-elect. Okay, because you have you got over two-thirds of the nation of Israel. They're gonna get judged as well, man. And you got a lot of these people that are sold out. You know, everybody that's sitting there taking bribes and money, they're gonna get got too. All these great leaders that you Negroes look up to, all right, the average drug dealer, you know what I'm saying, niggas that have nothing to do with nothing, they're gonna get got too. All right, they're not gonna see the point is what they see, that's why they're gonna go like madmen. When they see somebody that's not looking like them, a dark skin, that got the same spirit as them, they're gonna kill you. All right.
They're gonna give you that ultimatum.
That's
Take
it.
the
Take the ship
ship or you out. Yeah, lights out.
Yeah. And they know who's not gonna take the chip. You know, they know that. But they don't care. The Georgia Guidestone states that they want to have 500 million people on the planet Earth.
Yeah.
They already show you in movies, they show you everything. They don't want no dark skinned people, period. I mean, let's get point blank seriously. You know, they don't, you Negroes out there that want to play this game, like y'all don't want to, fuck that, I'm not gonna say nothing bad about the white man. Look, it don't matter if you said anything or you look at him the wrong way. He's always gonna look at you fucking as the enemy. So it was better off you speaking the word of God and just let it out, because regardless, you're gonna get killed anyway.
He's still the devil.
He's still the devil, but at the end of the day, he's still the devil. He's still gonna come after you.
We should go out the right way.
Go out the right way. We're planning to go out the right way if the Lord permits it. You know, if the Lord allows us to get put to death for this, we're going out the right way. In truth, you know, it was an old Mace song. If you had 24 hours to live, what would you do? And everybody gave a little certain scenario. Well, guess what? We live in a 24-hour state all the time. What do? We bring in this word, this truth. We flood this word with this truth because that's how we stand.
I keep it out till I come.
There you go.
We don't live for tomorrow.
We don't live for tomorrow. It happens, it happens. But we're not fools. We're gonna do what we gotta do in this world. You know, but
we already dead to the world.
Exactly. You know? So the point is, it don't matter what status you in. If you're an Israelite, you don't say that you're Israelite, you say you're African American, you're Haitian, you're Jamaican, whatever you want to call yourself, they're still gonna come and kill you. Point blank period.
And precept.
Mm-hmm.
This is Revelation 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Right now.
This is going into the elect. All right. It says, "Thou hast kept the word of my patience," meaning you endured unto the end. Okay. It says, "I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation." The hour of temptation ultimately is talking about when the so-called white man comes down with them harsh, draconian laws, such as the mark of the beast being mandated, and you have to take it in order to be a part of this, to continue being a part of this society. All right. And it says, "Which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth." All right. So it's going to be a test upon everybody that's upon the world, man. All right, beginning with the Israelites. All right, and we know the judgment for taking the mark of the beast is to be destroyed in that nuclear destruction that's going to take place upon America.
It's kind of spiritual too, because it said the Lord's gonna test everybody on the world. And when you look up that word "world," it's open meaning everybody on the planet Earth. So everybody's gonna get tested to the point of life or death. But the only difference is the elect of the nation of Israel is not going to take it, and ultimately they're going to be saved. Everybody else, the Lord don't give a damn about. You don't give a damn what the average Edomite say, no, because you have a lot of Edomites out there that have the campaign. They know that the RFID microchip is a mark of the beast. They say, don't do it, don't do it. And a lot of them probably ain't going to do it, but they're still going to die anyway. All right? It's all about the elect. This is the Most High's movie set, man. He already wrote the script. We just live in it. We just live in it. So do this shit. Basically, for you brothers out there, keep doing it the right way. Keep it going, because 2020 ain't no difference. We just gotta go harder and harder, man. The devil goes hard, he talks his shit, we go harder. That's it.
Yeah.
So I got a precept. It says, this is Sirach chapter 2 verse 1. It says, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation." Right? And that's going into, what the brothers is going into, man. All right? Hey, man. The whole world is going to get tempted, man. And as the last thing when the brother said, he said, "Brothers in this, man, hey, man, we already here. You got to go harder and harder, man. Because 2020, you know what I mean? It's going to be a lot of persecution, man. Right? A lot of persecution, man. So we got to even push harder than what we do right now, man. All right? It says, "Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make no haste in the time of trouble. Man. That's right. So guess what, man? We gotta constantly endure, man. All right. We gotta have the endurance, man. We gotta finish that race, man. All right. The last part of the race is the most difficult part of the race, man. That's what's really coming up, man. All right. You know, the Apostle Hardy always say, when you come into this, man, hey, man, you gotta understand what you're signing up for, man. All right. And right now, shit is gonna get real, and we're gonna see who is who in that time, man. All right. So that's what we're doing, man. We're preparing ourselves spiritually for these things that's to come, man. All these temptations that's about to come upon the whole earth, man. All right.
I got one more. This is what I want to break down. This is 1 Peter 4:17. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High?
Yeah, you guys yourself, how are Christians getting persecuted? They not. But Hebrew Israelites are definitely getting persecuted right now, man. Everybody under the sun is being taught and programmed right now to come against these guys on the street. This hate group, this hate speech. All right, before they even knew what the hell we was talking about. Now all of a sudden their guns is pointed at us, man. All right, all that negative energy is gonna be pointed at us. So the persecution is gonna start here, at the house. Who's the house, man? The Lord's chosen. All right, we're gonna catch certain hells out here. It's gonna rise up, and who better to deal with it than us, man? We've been mentally and spiritually prepared for this for years, man. And the brothers that ain't prepared, man, it's time to, you know what I'm saying, kneel down and ask the Lord for some more faith, man. This thing's gonna get real hot, man, real hot. Man. We already got FBI hitting brothers up, man. Come on, I mean, that's the way we at right now. Go ahead.
And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?
Yeah, so if we just narrowly made it, all right, out of this persecution phase, how much more the sinner and the ungodly, man, including 2/3 of our people and you Edomites out here, you other nations out here, all right, caught up into all of these lies, and y'all didn't do anything justified or righteous that y'all shouldn't be persecuted, but we should, because you keep going with this whole agenda. Well, the reason why this is happening to them because they hate you. Nah, we teaching the truth of the Bible. Little did you know the Most High hates. Little did you know, all you showed us since we came over to this society, this country, is hate. All you showed the people who originated in this land is hate. All you've ever showed the nations is hate. It's the first time, decade or millennium, you've ever spoken about some type of peace. It's a backhanded. It's rolling with a velvet glove. It's bull. It's war. The scriptures say war is in your heart. So we can see right through our enemies, man. We know we got enemies. We know we got persecutors. We know what time it is. We thankful for the Lord to speeding this thing up. We all got the same mindset, man. Right? We're going to be out of here very soon. So, that's it, right?
I got something. This is on 1 Peter 3:17. It says, for it is better if the will of the Most High be so that we suffer for well doing than for evil doing.
And guess what we doing? Well doing, man. Pushing this word out, man. Somebody got to feed the lambs, feed the sheep. All right? Somebody got to, somebody got to keep this thing rolling, man. And the Lord woke us up, and through the Spirit of the Lord, He got us continually fervent for this word being pushed. So for good works, all right, we could be out here busting guns and acting fools out here too. All right, we could be living whole other lives.
Being Times Square right now.
Right. Yeah, being, you know, acting regular, so to speak. But the Lord got us on a mission. We serving our purpose. We in a lot. We got purpose, man. We men of purpose. We got millions of men out here that ain't found no purpose, man.
Yeah.
You got grown ass old men that ain't found no purpose in life. You could at the very least, we thankful that we got a purpose, man. And you walk with a purpose, man. That means you know where you're going. That means you know where you're coming from. That means you know exactly what time it is, man. Yep. But yeah, it's still majority of our people, they lost. So for it's rather we suffer for good works, for doing what we supposed to be doing, lining up perfectly with the scriptures, Lord willing, we those men, than to suffer for something stupid and negative anyway.
Yeah. Precept.
Come on, man.
Isaiah 41 and 8. I'm gonna start at 8. It says, "But thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend, thou whom I have taken from the ends of the earth, and called thee from the chief men thereof, and said unto thee, Thou art my servant. I have chosen thee. I have not cast thee away. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness."
It's beautiful. I mean, that's the Most High just showing you all the way through and through, that he set this thing up for us to be delivered out of if we just believed on him. You know, he set this thing up if we believe on his son, that we make it up out of here, man. And to the believers is simple. We understand it. Believe on his son and walk in that wisdom, man. And teach. And be out here and shine like a light. The scripture said, "Let your light shine on a mountaintop," basically, and not cover it up. We letting our light shine, man. We this video is open to anybody want to click on it, man. All right, our faces and whatnot. We not covering anything. Amalek covers everything. You don't know who's running the show with Amalek. All the curtains is up within him, but everything's being revealed with us, man. That's why in the scriptures say everything's gonna be manifested anyway. So you can't even fool. You can't, even if you in the deceitfully in the camps, you can't trick. You can't trick your Habashah. And eventually he's gonna be open, man. You know? I mean, but that's what the Lord is, man. He's our rock. He's our provider. That's who we lean on, man. Period. In times of trouble and in any other situation we get in, and he gets us out of it any time.
It says, "Behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded. They shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish. Thou shalt seek them, and thou shalt not find them. Even them that contended with thee, they that war against thee shall be as nothing, and as a thing of naught. For I, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, will uphold thy right hand, saying unto thee, Fear not, I will help thee."
Yeah. And as you've seen since the 1970s, man, late 60s, all the old videos we see of our apostles out there teaching, you always got some Edomites, you always got some people coming up against us. You could tell in Esau's spirit that he's a sworn enemy, and yet and still they Lord made it through the spirit of the Lord, the 2000s, and here we are, the 2010 to 2020. We made it through that whole decade. All right, so the Lord is still bringing more men, more soldiers, more servants into this truth, man. And it's only going to get more serious and closer to that time. As it gets closer to that time, it's only going to get more real. But the Lord's always going to hold us down. We always going to strike force. We don't got to be carnal. It's another thing. We never had to be carnal, ever. All right, the Lord always has us. Even when we thought it was us, the what Most High say, man, I chose you because not because you was mighty large in number, but you was the smallest amongst them. All right, the Lord also said that, you know, I forget what it was. Go ahead.
It says, "Fear not thy worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel. I will help thee, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel."
Yeah,
It says,
go ahead, bro.
"Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument, having teeth, that shall thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shall make the hills as shaft."
That's it.
That's it, man. Y'all ready? We're going to do this first.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to throw a curse on this society, man, before we close out. Not, brother, what's up?
Whatever, man.
Just close out with a curse, brother. There's only brothers here.
Yes, okay, why not, man?
Which way is it? Which way?
I'll tell you right now.
I want to edit here, man. Just close it. All right, look, man. All the brothers watching, man. Lord willing, brothers are edified. All right, till next time. Shalom. All praise due to Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Rakabadash.
All right, shalom. Ababa Ball.
Baba Baba.
Yeah, hit it right with
What?
Yeah, hit it.
Towards the east.